Hi, I'm Dustin Hanson with Graywhale Entertainment.
And I'm Zane Pendleton with Out of Our System.
This is the Graywhale Entertainment update for the release week of 4/23, Tuesday 4/23. The after Record Store Day aftermath. Tiny release week, not very big, not very busy because everyone was too busy piggybacking off the 16th and for Record Store Day on the 20th. So we got some good stuff to go over. First thing I'll talk about today is Winslow-King. The album is called The Coming Tide, featuring Esther Rose singing with him. Traditional Americana mixed with blues and jazz and New Orleans feel. If you've watched Tremaine, any of the street performers, it has that kind of feel. It's almost like the old Jimmy Rogers stuff with a female vocalist.
Yeah, out this week is the Appleseed cast's first album in 4 years. It's called the Illumination Ritual, and this band, if you've never listened to them before, is like just really interesting indie post-rock, really complex drumming, mathy kind of time signatures and stuff like that. And I'd recommend it if you're a fan of stuff like other post-rock instrumental bands, like Explosions in the Sky or stuff like that.
Yeah, they were a big emo band back a few years back, but they kind of have grown up their sound a bit. Next one I want to talk about, Smoke Fairies. Album's called Blood Speaks. A couple girls out of England. They are more similar to like Trixie Whitley and Laura Marling, kind of a folky but yet more blues focused. Really pretty vocals, really great stuff. Again, the vinyl hasn't shown up yet, but it should be here this week, and the CD has a bonus track, or has 5 bonus tracks on a separate CD, which basically it's a whole free EP when you buy it. Highly recommended as well.
Also out this week is a new album, second album by the band Junip. Junip is the folk rock band headed up by Jose Gonzalez. He's a really great folk artist on his own, but this is his like full band project, and it's also really, really great. And this is their second album, so pick this up too.
The new album for Phoenix, it's called Bankrupt. Phoenix exploded, what, was it a year and a half ago, 2 years ago?
Yeah,
for the last
Wolfgang
one?
Amadeus Phoenix blew up. They had multiple singles on the radio. They still are in heavy rotation with the singles from that album. This is their new album.
This is their 5th studio album. So I mean, it's interesting to see that a band didn't explode until their 4th record. I mean, they're big in the French,
right, and they're French,
pop
so
scene.
there was a period of time where it took time for them to come across the ocean. But
yeah, this one is a little more experimental sound, more electro pop, as we were saying. It's not techno, it's electro.
It's moving away from pop and becoming a little more experimentally focused.
But there is some singles on here that, like Bankrupt is the album name and the single. There's a few things you can hear that still have that really cool French pop sound. So one of the cool things with this special, we have a regular edition, the LP edition, and there's a special edition.
The special edition comes with 71 bonus audio clips, discarded tracks, trimmings from this album. So if you're a Phoenix fan, this has got every last little bit of extra Phoenix that you can get from the recording sessions.
Like everything they cut from the studio session, just like, hey, just put on there.
Yep.
And then the other cool thing we have as the indie-only exclusive for that, you get this big, beautiful poster. Purchase it at any Graywhale, and we'll have plenty of these, which is kind of cool. It's a nice, heavy cardstock, free art print covering my face. Hi.
Also out this week, Young Galaxy, Ultramarine. Young Galaxy is on Paperback Records, and they're kind of that dreamy indie electronic pop music. I would recommend this for fans of School of Seven Bells, Washed Out, and anything else sort of similar to like Beach House and things like that. Not as dreamy and slow down as Beach House, but in the same vein, so check that out.
New album from Queensryche. And yes, everyone asks, oh, it's a new album from Queensryche, is Jeff Tate back? Yes, Jeff Tate is back. Original vocalist Jeff Tate back. Queensryche are back with a vengeance. There's 4 bonus tracks on this. Old favorites re-recorded with Jeff Tate again. They did Silent Lucidity and a couple others on the back of this album, so the bonus tracks are necessary if you're a fan.
Released on all consoles that it was available for this week was Injustice, came out this last week. This is the soundtrack to go with Injustice. It features songs from Rise Against, AWOL Nation, Portugal the Man, Minus the Bear, Depeche Mode, The Faint, Mastercraft, Killer Mike, Zeus, the indie band. I mean, it's a pretty diverse selection of tracks.
They're not just they're actually exclusive tracks too.
Yeah, and a lot of the stuff is exclusive to this soundtrack. So if you haven't heard of Injustice before, it's all DC hero fighting game built by the Mortal Kombat creators. It's an awesome game on its own, but the soundtrack's pretty awesome too.
Trent from the Out of Our System podcast sat me down at dinner the other night and explained Injustice from start to finish. And it's intense and dark, and they Christopher Nolan the shit out of the whole series. So if you guys are more interested in any of that, to follow Out of Our System. They've talked about it immensely, and then you can email them and say, talk about it again, so Trent can go crazy.
Also, just one metal release to talk about this week. Woe has a new album. Woe is a black metal band. They're on Candlelight for this album. This album's called Withdrawal, and their last album that came out in 2010 was one of the best metal albums that came out that year. And this one shouldn't be any exception. This one's also going to be awesome. So
and it's Woe, like W-O-E, like woe is me, not whoa.
Keanu Reeves, Woe. So.
Rob Zombie has a new album out. It is called Venomous Rat
Regeneration Vendor.
Regeneration Vendor. Okay, sure. It's out. It's new. We have it on CD and vinyl. One more record store AP, or one more record to talk about. It's been teased and talked about for months and months and months. Actually, a year now, basically. Snoop Lion. I almost said Snoop Dogg. Snoop Lion.
Formerly known as Snoop Dogg.
Reincarnated is the name of the album. He has been reincarnated through the heart of Jah. He is now reggae. It's Snoop doing dub and reggae. He has a kind of a Jamaican accent when he raps now. It's kind of a rap sing dub thing.
Production by Major Lazer, who we talked about in a release video previously, who is really actually just Diplo, so I don't know why they didn't just say Diplo, but...
And it's got Akon, anyway. Drake, Miley Cyrus.
I don't know.
It's interesting. First one is Gangster Squad, starring Ryan Gosling, Sean Penn,
Josh Brolin,
a mumbling Nick Nolte. What else is new?
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone as the siren from the 50s. I don't buy it, but whatever. We've read lots of terrible reviews and some decent reviews. The action's supposed to be really good. The acting's not bad. It's just the dialogue's stilted and weird.
It's an action movie version of LA Confidential.
Give it a try. And then for all you dinosaur fans, they've released Jurassic Park as the 3-pack. They've released them as separate Blu-rays, and now this is the special edition high-def 3D, high-def 7.1 sound, all redone. It's exactly what they played at IMAX, just now you can watch it at home.
They just did the theatrical release for the Jurassic Park 3D. This is Jurassic Park 3D for your home theater. So we've got these, they're actually done by different artists from Utah. This is by Ben Hibschman. Right here.
It's upside down.
Oh, whoops. There you go.
It's a nice screen. It's a photo quality picture he did. You know, something he did, and then it's actually a screen print. The design screen printed over it. You can follow him at Sioux City Sound on Instagram and Twitter. Good artist, good stuff. He designed our T-shirt. He does a lot of our signage in the stores. This next piece was the Travis Bone Fur Turtle. You've seen him everywhere. These posters are everywhere. You've been around to every local show. Travis is great. He's a friend and a fan of Graywhale, and he did this print for us. Also still available.
And then this one is by our own Anthony Lucero, who is in the band Gaza, and he's started to create a career. He's started a career as an artist doing covers for bands like Elitist, Call of the Void, other metal stuff. He did this special piece, just special for Graywhale for us as well. So all three of those prints are still available.
And then while you're at the store, if you come out, we use Ben's print as our T-shirt, our exclusive T-shirt for Record Store Day this year. Is that squared up nice in that picture? Cool. That we all wore them. All the employees are wearing them. They're $10. It's just one of those things to commemorate the year, and we'll do one every year. I just want to thank everyone that came out and enjoyed the festivities. All of our sponsors, KRCL, Slug, Exigent Records, Out of Our System podcast helped us. Without the help of all of our local sponsors and all of our local network that we've built together in this community that we build, we wouldn't exist. So we thank you very much for shopping with us, and do it more than once a year. And as I always say, don't be a dick and shop local.